We're back. It's another Punters Guide. We're running out now, aren't we? In countdown to Christmas, just 2 weekends to try and find some winners. It's that festive betting banking. Joel and Frankie alongside me. And, Frankie, you did all right last week. A couple of winners, Spirit Danu and Sonagino. You've put yourself in a bit of decent form.
Yeah, a bit sick from Joel's turned the form around because, what was it, 4 or 5 winning naps maybe from Joel? God, I don't think 5, that's getting carried away. Maybe 4 on the trot from Joel and he started giving me some stick. And since then, 2 have gone in. So I'm hoping for a hat-trick this week.
Yeah, I think it was 4 on the bounce. Betted only by old Bumpety Bump. He went to 5, but he had a runner-up last weekend. Has he been in touch this weekend? We're not interested in Joel. We want to know what Bumpety Bump's on.
No, he's gone AWOL. He's left me unread on WhatsApp, so I've got an out from him. He did say before he went AWOL, was it something about wine? A Willie Mullins, Rich horse coming out next couple of weeks. Something about wine. It's wine time or something like that. I mentioned it on the road to Cheltenham. So apart from that, he's given me an out for this week. He's Irish, so he's probably taken the rest of December off, just getting ready for the DRF. But I'll let you know when he gets back to me.
Yeah, of course, loads of stuff for Leopardstown to come before that, of course, over at Christmas. So this is the Punters Guide where we look ahead to the weekend action. You can subscribe and like us here on YouTube, or you can listen to us and take us everywhere you go on Spotify as well. We're going to look at 6 races, 4 at Cheltenham, 2 at Doncaster, in front of the ITV cameras. We're going to start at Cheltenham with the December Gold Cup, and it's just one of those races. They seem to have one in every Cheltenham meeting, 2.5 miles. It's the usual suspects are lining up, but they've thrown a couple of new ones in there, Joel. And I know you were talking on the messaging services about JP McManus's hand in this.
This was a proper puzzle. I thought I'd nailed it in a few times. Fugitive, first of all. I could really make a great case for this. However, Trainer, I don't think he's ever had a winner at Cheltenham. He's 0 from 49. And I really, really liked this at first. It's putting the pieces together. So I put in the group WhatsApp last night. Is JP having it right off? He's just given 32 million to Gaelic Sports, only in Ireland, so he's got to get some of that back. So by keeping Faka Dudari in this race, carrying 12 stone, it brings So Scottish down to 10 stone 7. The right trainer, Emmett Mullins, and Mark Walsh could have ridden an Ireland this weekend. However, he's coming over. The cheap pieces are fitted. The application of money is coming. And I thought, hang on, here we go. So I was all up for that yesterday. Put it in the WhatsApp group. And Frankie just shot me down saying, I can see this not winning until Cheltenham. But for me, I'm sticking with it. So many factors. Emmett Mullins, Mark Walsh coming over, cheap pieces, low weight. And also Joseph was interviewed saying, we'll see where we are with Faka Dudari. So I don't think we're, in the words of a good trainer, off at the weekend.
I thought it was interesting. Faka Dudari's running here. I mean, we know he's a Grade 1 horse at his best, and they stick him in a handicap. He's not the only high-profile one in a handicap this weekend. We'll come to another one shortly. But Frankie, you weren't quite having this scenario. Where are you going in the December Gold Cup?
Yeah, well, I said that maybe a bit too hastily, Joel. I'm not going to be putting So Scottish up, but this is a big pot. 74 grand to the winner. Maybe they are having it right off, as you said, Joel, trying to get back some of the money JP's donated. I don't know. I feel like, and you're just guessing, aren't you here? But maybe they're a bit disappointed with the festival run last year. Obviously, JP bought it in February to go to the festival and only managed 7th. And I think it's probably had a little bit of an unlucky career. Even finished 2nd to Boot Hill, who we spoke about as just a horse that's getting better and better and better. So they're going to be trying to find the right race. Whether or not this is it, who knows? Mark Walsh coming over does add to the So Scottish factor. So couldn't put you off it, despite me shooting you down last night, Joel. I'm going to go with Montmorel. First time out, which was probably the negative, but was a Grade 1 hurdler in his day. 2nd to the real whacker over course and distance, who went on to win at the festival and is still reasonably rated. 145. I'd hope this horse can kind of get into the 150 rounds as a chaser. So a little bit of juice left in Montmorel's mark, I think, for sure. But overcoming first time out is the main hurdle. However, Nichols is your man for putting one in the right race.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's a choice of Harry Cobden as well, of Real Rodoto, who's a regular standing dish in these type of contests. That was flagged up in the week, which saw Montmorel's price collapse. A little bit of interest as well. I thought big price with extra place on offer. Torn and Frayed, who fell 2 out in the big race last month, and but he was beaten then. But it's his first time out. He's well treated, although he's £3 wrong. And Nigel Twiston-Davis is absolutely flying, and Sam's on board. So I thought he was underestimated at a big price. So we talk about Fakir topping the weights there. I thought it was a surprise declaration of Protectorate in the next one, the 3.25 mile handicap chase, of course, over the Gold Cup course and distance. He keeps the weights down, giving over a stone away to everything else, Frankie.
I think he wins. I think he can win. I think 6-1. You've got to take that, haven't you? 3 miles 2 round Cheltenham's tricky enough anyway. This horse has done it in a Gold Cup, coming 3rd and 5th. Didn't perform in the Betfred chase, but how many times has everyone said that none of Skelton's were going first time out, and he was frustrated that they did have to go their first time out. So Protectorate's had the run. They're obviously running out of options, maybe, or I don't know why they've decided to come here, but it'll act as a prep run for the Gold Cup over course and distance. However, I could see him winning, carrying 12 stone. I don't think it's the strongest field in the world that he's got to beat, and as I said, he's a placed Gold Cup horse.
Class act, can he give the weight away though, Joel? He was very disappointing at Haydock.
I couldn't disagree more with my right honourable friend, Sir Frankie Foster. There were no excuses at Haydock, apart from it needs a run. But Dan Skelton was all over. Will it win? Yes, it will. And it didn't, and looked very ordinary. I think one of the bets of the weekend is here. There's some really good bets this weekend after last weekend's fiasco on the heavy ground. Broadway Boy off 146, 2 from 3 over fences. It's only been beaten 2.5 lengths by Florian Porter, giving him £5 that day. Down on his nose, 2 out, and clattered the last. Was he carrying 10 stone 9? Sam Twiston-Davis makes all. Protectorate could not have with stolen money, Frankie. I can have a match bet with you if you want. Pulled up all day long while Harry Skelton's sitting at the back knitting shirts or whatever he's doing. Sam Twiston-Davis will have gone off that late.
Interesting.
Can't have a match
bet. Yeah, draw no bet. Just fight. I was with Broadway Boy as well. I was impressed with him last time out, and obviously clearly likes it here for Team Twiston-Davis. Right, 3 o'clock then, 3 mile novices hurdle. This may take some getting at Cheltenham this afternoon. 10 of them set to go to post. A lot of talk about the Henderson horse, Shanna Bob, who won at Plumpton on debut. Didn't look fantastic, but he's up in trip here, Joel.
Yeah, I'm just a bit concerned with the Henderson horses at the minute. I think they're getting either pulled up when they're done, which is standard. The ground has been horrible, but I just don't think I'm not backing Henderson horses at the minute. Because I'm looking at them, and there's a lot of them still at short prices, and they're just not either looking great or performing for me. I find this race really, really hard, so I went value seeking, and I came down on Kerry Hill for Ruth Jefferson. At the beating of Cadell at Kelso last month, and Cadell was carrying that £7 more. Was well backed on the day. Kerry Hill cruised into the race. Brian Hughes was on that day, typical Brian Hughes type ride. Made a mistake at the second last, but then kept on well. So, weights and measures and all that sort of stuff. There's not a lot between them, but I thought at the double figure price, Adam Wedge is taken over from Brian Hughes. I presume that Brian Hughes will get a nosebleed if he comes down south. But I thought as a value bet this weekend, Kerry Hill, I think it was double figures last night when I checked. I'm not sure this morning.
Have we been comparing notes? I do fancy Kerry Hill, definitely backing this one each way. Travel like the wrath of God at Kelso, beating that odds-on favourite. Yeah, obviously Brian Hughes will be riding at Doncaster for Donald McCain, so Adam Wedge a more than able deputy. Yeah, I was with you. I'm with Kerry Hill each way. 2 for Kerry Hill. Frankie?
3 for Kerry Hill. I've got another one though, even bigger price, but Kerry Hill was the main selection. Does obviously have that £7 worse off now against Cadell, but I think that you're getting a short price about Cadell because it's trained by Lucinda Russell, and this horse Kerry Hill by Ruth Jefferson that was his only first start under rules, so could improve past that £7. I like it. But a proper swing at one. Jeannie Toile, about 28 maybe, won its point, was 4th in a bumper that the winner went on to run in a Grade 1. It's been beaten twice, but over I think 2 mile 3 and 2 mile 5. it looks like a proper slow stayer, but 3 miles with the Cheltenham Hill could really suit Genie 12 because it has just been done for a bit of pace, turning for home both times when being beat. So I'm hoping that turns into a proper staying test, and this horse may outrun its odds.
Rebecca Curtis, 3 mile novice hurdlers at Fisher's Cross springs to mind, of course, maybe with GenieToire. But yeah, interesting. All three of us with Kerry Hill at a double figure price in the 3 o'clock. Right, tricky little handicap can at Cheltenham for the December meeting. 10 mares set to go to post. Theatre Glory ahead, the weights. What are we going for here, Frankie?
Quite do well to say it to start. Coquelicot? Coquelicot? I don't know. It's not even French. I don't know what it is, but I can't say it. She beat Katira last time out, who Dan Scouten holds in very high regard. She has been chopping and changing between 3 milers, 2 miles on the flat, 2.5. You go back to the last time she raced over 2.5. She beat West Balboa on soft ground at Sandown. I think she's a really good horse. She doesn't have to carry anything extreme in the weights because Theatre Glory is in here carrying 12 stone. She won last time out. I think she's got a great chance again at an each way price. I'm surprised. I think she's overpriced here.
Yeah, she's a grand old mare, Coquelicot. She stays well 3 miles. So go out and make it a real test. Coquelicot, it's how she does it. I thought Nurse Susan was interesting. Disappointed over fences on return, but last time over hurdles was 4th behind Love Envoi at the festival. So Dan Skelton, never be afraid of one off a long layoff for them. So Coquelicot, Nurse Susan. What camp are you in, Joel?
Well, I just want to know how Frankie got cockety cock out of this one. I mean, come on. It's a Q, not a CK, but cockety cock out of this one. Oh, it's Tomo in the making. Okay, 2 to go. There comes cockety cock.
Again, you know what? I remember when she was at Kempton, and I think I tipped her up that day. And the same, I was like, how do you say this horse's name? And even I think watched some replays before to get it right. I didn't do that last time. This time, obviously. But can't get just whatever it reads as in my brain, it doesn't come out right.
Coquelicot, but we know what's on Frankie's mind, Joel.
Yeah, too right. Nurse Susan, tell you. I'm going with Bonte here. I didn't think it was a tricky race. It was one of the probably next best on this one. Bonte for Fergal and Paddy. 9 starts, never out the first 2. Obviously, ultra consistent. Paddy targets these meetings at Cheltenham in the winter months. I said 2 from 3 at Cheltenham. Wasn't fully fit for that prep run at Hereford last month and won by a neck. It's up 4 pounds from that. And I really thought it was a really, really consistently good horse. Fergal and Paddy, right team. Bonte for me as we lay the cockety cock.
Easy, yes. Bonte 3 then. It is that competitive, that finale chance. So 3 against the field, 1 each. Right. Doncaster, a couple of races on town we'll want to look at as well. Start with the 240, 2 mile handicap hurdle. There's 2 last time out winners in this. Interestingly, they are both effectively down lower because they are conditionally ridden, or ridden by conditionals this time around in Jinko and Clear White Light. Do they have it between them, Joel?
No, they don't. First question, if you just pop us into full screen here, I just want to have a look at the faces of my 2 beautiful colleagues. What do you think Langadan's going to do in this race? Do you think Langadan's going to try and make all?
I'm not sure he'll trouble the judge.
I'm going to say raced in rear, mistake 2 out, finished slowly.
Yeah. Finished slowly. Other targets on the mind. Jockey reported that Keelan Woods was on, so we couldn't go too soon.
Keelan Woods is banging into winners, isn't he?
Come and see me in March.
With Josh. Yeah.
Rare addition for me for Charlie Donson. Bradley Roberts takes off the 5 here. Was pulled up in the Supreme, tailed off at Aintree in that Grade 1. Last year strung 4 wins together. That bumper at Southall. 12 length win on the hurdles debut at Worcester, 8 lengths at Doncaster, beat Matchless that day, 7 lengths win at Kempton last December, beating Rubord of Nichols. Bradley Roberts, like I say, takes the 5 off. He's the work rider. He rides it every day. I thought it was a really, really good bet. this weekend. Rare edition for Lonsdon and Bradley Roberts, who rides a horse at home every day.
Yeah, he's interesting. As I say, he's a high class. He's nibbled at the Supreme Market as well at a decent price. And I say that form of Rubo makes him very well treated here this afternoon. What do you fancy, Frankie?
Geronimo. I backed last time out when unseating over fences. This horse hasn't ran over hurdles bar once at Aintree in about 2 years. But if you go back long enough and find that hurdle form, used to race off a marker 133. Actually came second at Donny to Tommy's Oscar, which was a decent performance. Races off a 126 with a £10 claim on. So racing off a 116 for a horse that hasn't been in bad form over fences. Yes, has to transfer that to hurdles, but I think is a fair bet at about 14s or double figures anyway. It's good stuff currently. I checked the forecast at Donny, and it's no chance of rain today or tomorrow apparently, and a bit of wind. So hopefully that might even dry out a bit, which will go in his favour because he's raced best on better ground. So Geronimo off a ridiculously low hurdling mark.
Yeah, 1 or 2 in the race for Donald McKay. I think he's here. So it's got Nayati, Charlie Max claiming 10. Right. The lucky last 3 mile handicap chase. I think I might know what Frankie's going in. I'm making Kib. We'll find out. Frankie, what are you going for?
The Nap, Sail Away. Were you thinking that? Well, I'm gone on. I'm curious if Matt was thinking that. You were.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back up the 3 mile.
I put him
a
up.
bit of a hype opener at Newbury.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Dan was very quick to kind of say that this horse was going to not go to the Hennessy anymore and go to the 2.5 miler. And I wondered, was his first time out form playing on his mind? Because this horse did put him some really good performances over 3 miles. They maybe thought, oh, we got a Hennessy or a chance at a Hennessy horse here. Nothing was doing well first time out. He said, scrap that. Go in the 2.5 miler on the Friday. Bit of a pipe open, like you said. Back up to 3 miles. Mark's actually gone down for running poorly, and that goes off a 144. I think he's got a great chance.
And Fergus claims extra 3 as well. Yeah, he was the one, the likeliest race. Only had the 14 starts, a lot of them exposed. Yeah, I was with Sail Away here. Is it an Apan, Joel, or are you going rogue?
No, it's not. The first thing I wrote on my notes was Mr. Coffee, LOL. 10 chases now, no wins. I presume it's Grand National bound. In me tracker, I put Slipway, the Pauling horse. Watch out for the money. However, I'm going for this one. It's not a massively strong bet because I can't really get a handle on the race. It's Whistle in the Dark. 5 wins in a row. Managed to string together in Class 2, Class 3, Class 4. Had a pop at the Paddy Power Gold Cup at Cheltenham last month. Got absolutely smashed. Back down in class. Much more realistic here. And a slightly bigger price. I've gone for Whistle in the Dark, but it's I'll probably be watching Gillette Soccer Saturday at this point.
We on a football bet then. Right, what's your nap? We'll start with you, Joel. Where are we off to? Where's the Irish meeting this weekend?
Oh, shut up! None of that this weekend. Right, I've got 2, and these are it's depending on which price. I'm going for, first of all, I noticed something in the 12.40 at Cheltenham. Did anybody else notice a bizarre jockey booking in the first at Cheltenham?
In the first or the 12.40?
Well, sorry, the 12.40. 2.
Oh, yes. Well, this is interesting, and I think I might know why. Michael O'Sullivan.
Oh, God, hang on, no. If you're going to say it's the foster nephew of the daughter's aunt's brother's kid who owns a warehouse who's coming over to ride it because he's staying for Christmas, then I'm gone.
Go on, then.
No.
Mikey O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
Right. Why is he coming over here to ride We've All Been Caught, which Twisty thought was a Gold Cup horse a couple of years ago? Hasn't actually lived up to that, but of course the dream was still alive. It's a good horse. Occasionally makes a mistake, taking a bit of weight off, and I think Mikey O'Sullivan is tremendous. Cheltenham Festival winning jock as well. He's over here for the one ride. Why is he over here? That was my thinking on this.
Well, I'm not sure actually, because I believe the target is the National Hunt Chase for him, but obviously he won't be able to ride in that because it's amateurs only, isn't it? And he's a conditional, so
yeah.
don't think he can he? But yeah, that I believe is the target, the National Hunt Chase. So yeah, why is Sam not on it? Trying to claim a little bit off it. He'll stay, that's for sure. And I know they've always thought a lot of him. Yeah, eye-catching.
So that was that. And then I think I go the proper nap today is 205 at Doncaster. Find the time for Nicky Richards. If you have a look at the trainers in form over the past 2 weeks, 80% win and place last 14 days. 10 runs, 4 wins, 4 places. Connor Rabbit takes off the £5 on there. Was in a conditional jockeys race at Wetherby last month, ridden by Connor there. Before that, Sedgefield, it was pulled up, did not want to race, was a bit Shiskin-esque. And I heard Nicky Richards talking about it, and it was all about the earplugs. He doesn't like the noise. So raced with earplugs last time and was absolutely fine. It's only the third go over fences, and I think this is a cracking bet this weekend with arguably the best in form in the country. Nicky Richards, 205. Connor Rabbit claims a 5 and find the time.
Find the time then. Yeah, interesting. He had 2 or 3 winners had at Ayr on Monday. The first 7 winners at Ayr on Monday, the trainers, first name, all began with the letter R. Second to Russell, Pauline Robson, Nicky Richards. I tell you, I am full of crap information. Frankie, what's the nap of the week?
What a pointless fact. Yeah, I went in early, sail away. Got to wait till the last at Donny. I think this is brilliantly priced. Some cracking performances at 3 miles. Fit for the run, over 2.5 at Newbury. Comes back to 3 miles. Claimer on board as well, and down £1. So just many ticks in the boxes. Joel will be feet up watching Gillette Soccer Saturday, but I will be cheering home. Fergus on board, sail away.
Yeah, I'm quite certain sail away. I think it's a huge chance, but as you've gone for it, I'll go for the one we all like, Kerry Hill each way in the 3 o'clock at Cheltenham, the Albert Bartlett trial. So brilliant. 6 races covered, 3 naps for you as well. Sadly, nothing from Bumpety Bump. Join us Monday. We will look back on what we see over the weekend in view of terms of the festival, of course, in March. And what's up with you?
I'm just checking my phone for Bumpety Bump. He's not been on.
Oh, and he's not been on. Shocking, he hasn't been able. And of course, a very busy festive fixture list, which we're going to cast our eye over as well in the run up to Christmas. Thanks to the boys for watching. Don't forget, like us here on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify as well. This has been the Punters Guide. Join us Monday for the road to Cheltenham. Whenever you're back in this weekend, the best of luck.